Moneymakers, welcome to today's lesson. My name is Mr Du Plessis, aka the EMS guy. Although I've got a camera in my hand, today we're not talking about cameras, we're focusing on markets. So if you're interested about this video, hit like, subscribe, and do not go away. Get yourself a cup of coffee and let's do markets. Let's shift it. Righto, business enthusiasts, let's jump into this video. Today we're doing markets. So when we do markets, we're going to focus on a few specific markets, but we're going to differentiate between your finished goods market and your factor markets. And in the factor markets, we're going to look at your labor market and capital market, as well as your raw materials market. All right. So when we talk about markets, let's first define what a market is. Now, I want to make you think back when you go to a shop, right? Let's say I'm in the market for a nice camera, a nice Nikon camera, and I want to make my YouTube videos. This will probably be sufficient, right? But there needs to be cameras available and I need to be able to access it, correct? Otherwise, how will I be able to buy a product? So in a market, we know that there must be products available and there must be a place where I can go and buy it. So a market can be an abstract place, it can be a physical place, but there must be buyers and sellers that have a need and that's actually supplying the product. So a market is a place where buyers and sellers meet, a transaction happens, and this is actually a good introduction for our accounting. So if you have not watched the accounting, be sure to go over to the accounting section and learn a few new tricks there. So let's talk about the different types of market. So we have our finished goods market. So this is what we all know. As consumers, this is what we buy. When we want to go and buy furniture or a car or cereals, we're buying at the finished goods market. We go to OK Furniture or Checkers or Pick n Pay or to Dirk Ellis or to whoever, wherever we buy our cars or vehicles or cereal or furniture from. A transaction again between many buyers and sellers that's got access to information. Remember, when there's a sale, you want to know about it. When there's a sale and the price goes down, you actually you have a higher demand for it, correct? So you want to go and buy, so you need to have that information, and the buyers or the sellers have to let you know about that information. So we have our finished goods market. This is where all the finished goods are sold to the consumers. Then we have our factor market. Now this is when you have to take a step back. Remember in entrepreneurship, or when we did the 4 factors of production, we have entrepreneurship, natural resources, labor, and our capital, right? And we know that entrepreneur is the one that orchestrates a business. So he's got his laborers, he's got his raw materials, and he needs to source capital. So now we're in the factor market, which is your raw materials. So let's talk about wood. It's your steel manufacturing, it's your raw materials. So in this market, this is where they buy and sell the woods, right? So this is not where we go as consumers to buy. This is where the manufacturers go to buy their natural resources. They go there where they organize with the people to cut down trees, to replant, make sure there's enough trees, or where there's mining to get the steel sheets, or farming to get the raw materials in order to produce our finished goods. Alright, our other type of market, this is now the factor market where we talk about raw materials. The other factor market is our labor market. Now, again, this must be an abstract place because we're not walking into the mall and there's not a shop where we sit and wait for someone to come and hire us, correct? There's not a lot of buyers and sellers. But this market refers to where there's employment, where there's a contract that takes place. So this can happen. We have a lot of businesses in South Africa, for example, Labor Corps, where it's a physical place. But if you read a newspaper article that this business needs this position and you apply for it, that's a market. So we have in this market, the labor market, for the laborers of wood, of steel, of raw materials, this will be at different places. They will find their laborers in different places, either online where they advertise or through Labor Corps where they provide laborers that's got specific skills. Our last market that we're talking about is the financial market. Now this is where we can buy and sell shares, or where we take out loans from banks or get credit cards, or where people buy into our business, venture capitalists. Again, there's buyers, And there's sellers. There's people that's got a need for capital, and there's people that can supply you with capital. So again, it's where it happens. The JSE is a physical place. It's in Joburg. Banks, you can go to a physical place, or you can do it online, which is an abstract place. So how do we know what price do we have to buy it at? Now, price is determined on this market, right? So we have to look at the demand for a product. We have to look at how much do we want this product. Is the price low enough that we want to buy it? And then we have to look at the sellers saying, how much are we willing to sell this product for? And where that demand and supply intersect, that is the market price. Alright, so in conclusion for this video, we look at the characteristics of a good market, which is there's many buyers and sellers. The buyers and sellers have access to the same information, and the products that you want to buy and sell is comparable. Alright, so I want to leave you with this. This will be an introduction to another video that we're going to do. But thank you for watching, and see you soon. Let's shift our education.